What's up, everybody? Today, we got Jason Aldean, Let Your Boys Be Country. This is part of my reaction.
All right. Jason Aldean. Here we go. We missed the last one, dude.
We did. He had a super controversial song he released.
I didn't find it controversial. I got to be honest with you. Some people found it controversial. But either way, it was a good song, and I actually really enjoyed it. But we got a new one. Let Your Boys Be Country. And I wanted to do this one because, I like Jason Aldean. I actually think he's
we don't do country a lot.
We don't. We don't do it a ton.
Yeah.
But
I like country.
I do like Jason Aldean. He's been around. He always makes great music. And I was caught by the Let Your Boys Be Country. I think that I'm a father. Unfortunately, well, that's a terrible way to say it. Fortunately, I have all girls. I do not have a boy, which I very much want a boy.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, unfortunately, I don't have a boy. But when you have these songs about, I'm assuming, raising children to be like country, I'm sure it's going to talk about it. Like, stuff always hits me in the feels, bro. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
Because I do think that, like, as a parent, it's important to like instill, your values into kids.
There is, and there's a certain relationship, like especially if you have boys and girls.
Yeah.
For your kids, like there's a difference in the relationship between the girls and the boys.
Oh, for sure.
And like I imagine this is gonna like pinpoint on that a little bit.
Yeah, I'm curious on how far he takes it. And I think he's gonna do it in a good way. But I think at the end of the day, if I'm gonna make an early prediction, I'm thinking this is more about like, hey, let your boys get out, run around, play, fucking get muddy, get dirty. Work on trucks with you. Yeah. And I hope that's what it's about. But I'm assuming it's going to be something like that. And you know what? We need more of that shit.
Working on trucks, drinking beer, dirt roads.
Boys. I don't think he's
dirt roads.
Dirt roads.
Getting stuck in the mud.
Hunting.
Go out by the lake in the moonlight.
Okay. Well, there's your prediction. We should get like a bingo board and check them off as they go.
It's probably not going to be. I feel like that's a typical like country song.
But see, I think he's deeper than that. I think that's like that modern shit. Jason Aldean, Let Your Boys Be Country, man. Let's get this thing rolling. I'm expecting good things, dude.
Cornfield.
Hunting.
Let your boys be country. Let them keep that red dirt on his boots. Make him proud of that middle nowhere he's got down in his roots.
Cool little riff.
Let him work in the hayfield, sweating for a little summer cash.
Yeah.
Raise them hard, raise them tough, bring them up to have their brothers back.
Dirt bikes got me sold.
Let them ride round in trucks, making back road noise. Let them hang out on Friday, get wild with the boys. Let them go to the woods in the cold, painted up camel. Let him fall for a small town girl. Let everything inside these county lines be his whole world. You want him to grow up to be someone he's damn proud to be. Mamas, let your boys be country.
I like that timing with the shotgun.
Teach him yes, ma'am, and no, man.
I like it, man.
I actually do like it too. It's kind of an anthem to raising your kids the old-fashioned way.
Sure. Yeah, obviously, some people are raised in cities, bro. It is what it is, right?
The difference in lifestyles, for sure.
But the message is not so much that you have to be on a farm, or out in the fucking country. It's the country to me. What I take when he says "let your boys be country" is more of an ideology. It's more of a raise them to be tough kids, raise them to be respectful, raise them to be hardworking, have fun, but also be kind of stand up citizens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's true, man. You'll see a lot of like farm kids, and I didn't grow up on a farm, but like I knew kids that grew up on farms, man. They were tough kids, man.
Yeah.
They had great work ethic. They were up at the fucking butt crack, getting fucking eggs and fucking hay and fucking the whole nine, dude. And they were tough kids, man. And we have a lack of that right now with
there is
work
a lack
ethic.
of that.
with the work ethic and manners, just period.
Manners, work ethic,
morals,
work ethic. It's, I mean, I feel like there's a lack in, well, not only just that, being like, you teaching them, like in this video, like teach them how to hunt, teach them how to do all these, like, the things the man should, like, providing the man should do, like that. It's like old school morals.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. Waking up early, man.
Yeah.
Get yourself out of bed, go work in the fields for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Which I don't really have any beef against, like, the old school moral type stuff to teach. Like,
no,
I feel like there's a lot to be learned from that kind of stuff. And the fact that a lot of it went away, it shows.
It does show. And also, you know, I will say that, like, just being raised in the quote unquote country style doesn't mean that you're automatically a good person either.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you have a lot of these guys have, you know, raised their kids with Christian values, they're teaching them hard work. They're making their kids work for $1 instead of just handing them a bunch of shit. And I do think that stuff adds up, man. And being in Texas now, coming from Washington, where we were at, you know, there's just, you can see like kids just like being outside, and you just a lot more of it here than it was there.
Yeah, true.
And just, you know, I went to eat the other day and there was like 15 kids just sitting at the fucking burger joint, just eating burgers together. And I'm like, this is cool, man. It's just, you know, they're having fun. They probably were working and stuff. And I like having morals. I think it's so important as a family. You have to instill that stuff in your kids.
Yep.
Treat people with respect. So yeah, good song so far, man. I know
Yeah,
we
let's keep
chatted
going.
way too damn long with that, but fuck. It's a good one.
Let your boys be country. Teach 'em yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and never turn down a cold beer.
Yes, sir.
Tell 'em there ain't nothing greener than the grass you're standing on right here. Let 'em ride round in trucks, making back road noise. Let 'em hang out on Friday, get wild with the boys. Let 'em go to the woods in the cold, painted up camel green. Yeah, let 'em chase, let 'em fall for a small town girl. Let everything inside these county lines be his whole world. You want him to grow up to be someone he's damn proud to be. Mamas, let your boys be country. Mamas, let your boys be country. Let 'em chase, let 'em fall for a small town girl. Let everything inside these county lines be his whole world. You want him to grow up to be someone he's damn proud to be. Mamas, let your boys, let 'em ride around in trucks, making back road noise. Let 'em hang out on Friday, get wild with the boys. Let 'em go to the woods in the cold, painted up camel green.
Huh?
Look like some cats right there.
Oh,
Let your
bobcats.
boys be country. Let your boys be country.
I like that, dude.
Yeah, I do too. I really do.
Burn, burn.
I do too, man. Yeah, I mean, I think the it's weird that it's like controversial at all. Like, you know, like I don't know. It's just weird that people, I think there's a difference between what we dealt with before, where we were living, and now.
Mm.
And I think you can see it. We're in a pretty small town here in Texas. I mean, we're near a big city, but I'm
Yeah.
saying we're north of that, and we're in a smaller, kind of more personable town. And I think just being out and about, like there's like a different level of like people just being nicer.
Yeah.
You know, you always have like assholes, man. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying there's something about the way that people are raised here where they'll wave at you. They always say, good morning, have a good day. You know, I do deliveries. I know you do. People come out and just be like, hey, sir, thank you. You know, it's just, and you just don't get that in other places.
Yeah.
And it's not that like growing up in a city is a bad thing, bro. I love like the amenities of a city. You know, I do. I love like shopping, food, going to concerts and sports. I'm into that too. But there's like a slowness to life that is like really relaxing
Yeah.
and really nice. And I just feel like my kids are happier right now.
Well, and
Because of this.
and I like the part of the song where he says, letting your kid go out on Friday night and hang with the boys.
Mhm.
Like the life, to live the life, to allow your kids to have their freedom also teaches them to have their own responsibility.
Yeah.
And I think that's like we said before, there's a lot of things that are taught in that kind of way that have been forgotten. But I think that teaches your kids a lot in how they act.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, I like that. I like the idea of, you know, like letting the leash go a little bit and like letting them experience things and making decisions. And then whatever decisions are made, then they have to deal with that. And there's
Fair.
not a lot of that happening anymore. There is no dealing with the repercussions of what you've done.
Well, I think it's the work hard, play hard thing. And I think that's huge. Like work your ass off, but when you get your free time, go have a fucking blast. And I think a lot of it too is like with that line that you just brought up is, you know, kids nowadays, a lot of them are just staying at home and they're playing games, which I have nothing against games and shit, man. We all grew up.
Oh
with
yeah.
it.
Video games are
But
fun.
I'm saying there's a lot of kids, and it is a problem where they don't really have friends outside of their consoles and their phones. And so like saying, letting the boys go out on a Friday with their friends, like it is important, I think, to have those relationships and meeting the small town girl.
Yeah.
Like that stuff
and being able to be entertained without having something in front of your face.
Yeah, man. I agree.
And being able to live life outside of technology.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. All in all, I thought it was a really well done song, man. It's a song
I actually really enjoyed it.
You're going to hear on the radio.
It is one of those ones that kind of like get you thinking deep.
Sure. I mean, listen, it checks off all the boxes, like you were making kind of joking around. It checks off the boxes. Like we're not going to.
That's how you write a hit song.
Tiptoe around it, like the dirt roads, getting the feet dirty,
go
hunting.
out in the woods.
But at the same time, look at what he's saying, and you know what? It doesn't need to be complicated. It's a good message. I think it's an important message.
Yeah, I mean, it's a message that's been being said time and time again.
Yeah.
But I think, especially in today's day and age, it should be paid a lot more attention to.
Agreed. So Jason Aldean, let your boys be country. If you like what we do, though, please subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. It goes a long ways. We do videos all the time, and we want you guys to see those videos. So make sure you're hitting that notification bell. That way you can see the next one that's coming up. You can also sign up for some other shit. You know,
if you want to help support this even further, go over to Patreon, hit us up, $2 a month. You get to see everything that doesn't make it up to YouTube, and you get to request any video you want, and we'll do a reaction to it.
Word. Jason Aldean, 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.